bit today about this new smart gun technology and the controversy surrounding it. There's a fellow in a gun shop in Maryland who says that he is okay with selling the Armatech smart gun. That's the one where you have the gun and you have the watch, that if you don't have the watch on, the gun won't function. Now, I believe it only comes in like 22 caliber right now, and it's not even that reliable from some things I've heard. But again, it's not even in a self-defense round yet at this point. But the NRA is highly against this technology. A lot of advocates are against this technology. New Jersey, being the idiots that they are, have already passed a law saying once this stuff hits the actual free market, within 3 years, all handguns in New Jersey have to have the technology. So a stupid state has already written in an ultimatum, which is part of the reason that the backlash against this one gun owner has been so, not gun owner, but gun dealer has been so nasty, is as soon as he starts selling these guns in Maryland, that starts the 3-year timer for these guns being mandated to be a must-have in New Jersey. Now, again, the gun store owner, though, made a good point. He said some people are going to want this technology, and that I can agree with. There are some people who want to have a gun where they have to have a watch or a ring or something on, or a fingerprint scanner on it, something to make it where that gun only works when they want it to work so that their children or someone else can't pick it up and use it. And they don't want to have to worry about going to the trouble, I guess, of actually getting a safe and locking the gun away from their kids. So I understand the desire for this technology for some gun owners, how they want it. The problem is again, states like New Jersey are already trying to mandate it. States like California are already trying to get laws on the books to say once this technology comes out, you have to have it within X amount of time, and all new guns will have to have it that are going to be sold here. So if it weren't for the fact that a bunch of idiot states are trying to force it down their citizens' throats, the backlash and these death threats against this Maryland gun store owner probably wouldn't have been so nasty. But alas, they are, because again, he's helping the anti-gun people with selling this gun, and eventually somebody's going to sell it, I bet. But you know, I can't endorse death threats against a person just trying to sell a gun that people want, because there's free choice in this. But again, I kind of also see why people are upset that he's going to start selling it, because in a place like New Jersey, that's going to hose them over in 3 years. So that's the current level we're at, and I'm sure we'll talk about it in live chats in the near future. But again, it's one of those things that personally, I wouldn't want that technology, okay? I shoot with my right hand. I wear a watch on my left. I wouldn't want to have to wear a special watch on my right hand so I could pick up a gun and have it function. I don't want to have to go through that and do that to make that gun work. I don't want to have a gun that I pick up and it has to, a different technology where it has to read my fingerprints, where if I don't hold my hand just right, it's not going to go off. Or where I have a ring on, and if the ring isn't in the proper place, it isn't going to go off. I like my guns when I pick them up and point them and pull the trigger for them to go off 1 out of 10,000 times, okay? You know, I don't accept the fact that I'm going to have a technology that could be screwed up out of batteries, misplaced in my hand in an emergency situation, to where it's not going to function and I'm going to be dead because I have this safety technology built into my gun. On the flip side of that, some people are willing to take that risk because they may not be that proficient with guns, and they may desire that extra safeguard so that somebody can't pick up their gun. Now, the people who are worried about their gun being taken away from them and used against them, they're idiots and it's retarded. Only reason I see that you would want to have this technology is, again, to keep the guns from being activated by kids or someone who has access in your house. But on the flip side of that, I just think you should do like I do and buy one of these big safes, or buy a hand safe to put the gun in. That's the way you keep your gun secured. You don't have to put a watch on in an emergency. You don't have to do any of that. You just open the safe and grab the gun, you're ready to go. That's the solution that people should be going after, and there's plenty of options for that. This smart technology is completely unnecessary, in my opinions, with the technology we have with safes and different options of trigger locking mechanisms. The smart technology for the smart guns is not necessary, nor is it very safe, in my opinion. But again, this is a controversy that all these people are going to argue. The problem is the anti-gunners are going to try to push it as a next step to limit our rights. So I do see why the establishment of the gun owners is getting upset with this company and this technology going out. I don't think it stands a snowball's chance in hell without it being forced on us, because nobody is going to want it except for a very small percentage, a very minute percentage of gun buyers, mostly probably new gun buyers and not experienced gun buyers at that. So that's my opinion on the subject, and let me know what y'all think.
Meep, meep.